Mitch had said that what had happened was the core muscles, because of everything that's been going on and my lack of movement, my damage from the surgeries, were no longer functioning the way they should. And he said he was going to get this ATM machine. At this point, I was willing to try anything because, you deal with pain long enough and it definitely gets you down. So I said, okay, I'll, give it a shot. Initially, the first time I tried it, there was considerable relief, and I was very, very impressed. But what happened, I guess Mitch and I have come to the realization over the years of all the damage, of all the atrophy. Now we were retraining muscles that had not been used in so many years. It was going to take a long time, and it was going to have to be a commitment on both of our parts. So he was terrific, and I come 3 times a week. And we started first with forward bending, which is easier for me. And now we have moved to doing back bending. And we also work on my hips. But the thing that has been so incredible for me, I'm at the lowest pain that I have been in years. I function now at a 3 or a 4, which is terrific. But it didn't happen immediately. I guess that's one of the things that you have to realize. If your condition has been as long and as extensive as mine, it's going to take time to be able to reach the levels. You have to work at it. It's like training.
And everybody's different, plus you have
Right.
complicated factors such as your fibromyalgia.
Yes, and I discussed all that with them and explained that there's many things going on. But the biggest thing is that it has lowered my constant level of pain. So that's huge for me. I'm more than pleased. And the other thing is I haven't had any major episodes where neurological involvement has occurred, where I've had to go down for at least a week and can't walk correctly and in really horrific pain. So it has really stabilized me and helped me to maintain a very functional level for me of back discomfort.
There are people, everyone talks about exercising on a regular basis, going to the gym to keep in shape and exercising. And the way you can look at this for some patients, like especially in this case, is that this is her exercise that keeps her functional and keeps her strong. And from what I gather, the studies are showing that traditional exercises that they call quote-unquote stabilization exercises are not actually getting the core stabilization muscles. They may be getting them to some degree. You have to look into the research, of course, to verify everything that is being touted out there. And but from what I understand at this point in time, a lot of these exercises are actually working more of the global muscles as opposed to the core muscles, which may in itself provide some benefit. It's not to discount that some of these other exercises won't provide some benefit in some way.
And I would say in all the other therapy I've had, Mitch, which I've had over the years, that is exactly what was happening.
Right.
I would feel better.
Yeah.
My pain level would lower, not to where it's lowered now.
Yeah.
But then it always reoccurred. I mean, a year would go by and I would have another major episode where I would be brought down and the pain again would continue to increase.
Right.
So this is the first that has successfully lowered my pain and kept it there and seems to have really stabilized.
And pain reduces or eliminates after use.
Absolutely.
Now, I also provided other exercises which involved isolated movements with the hip joints, isolated trunk flexibility, thoracic flexibility, all those things that we started to do as well that you should be able to, that you should do without pain.
Yes.
Okay,
and I do those. I do those in the morning.
Right. So you make sure you do those without pain. So we do try to combine some other things as well.
Right.
But I wanted the viewers to get a follow-up because sometimes they see a video of a patient. Well, how are they doing now? And this is basically how you're doing now. But again, you've had 40 years of this.
Right.
And I think under the circumstances, with all your diagnoses and all your past medical history, I'm very pleased with what we've finally came out.
I'm very pleased myself, Mitch. I'm able to walk again for extended periods of time, enjoying that. I can walk on the beach, and it doesn't produce pain.
And what has your family members mentioned to you?
Yeah, it was interesting. The holidays, Christmas just passed, and my one son's in medical school, and my other son is out in Denver, and they flew home and came down to see my husband and I, and they were both extremely impressed. Again, they've grown up with me in this state, and they both said that they haven't seen me moving this well in years, and I seem to be having a much greater deal of flexibility, movement, and I'm not in the level of pain. I don't project the level of pain that I used to. So that was very positive news from my family. So it's nice to see that they're also seeing that I'm feeling much better.
Right. Okay, well.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was funny because at the beginning of all this, she would come in here with so much pain. I tried so many different things. She had so many things, and I'm thinking to myself, I know about this machine. I looked at some of the research about it. Very intriguing, very common sense to me. And I'm like, I got to get this machine. I kept telling her that over and over again.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, well, I just got this practice last June. I got to build up more revenue, this and that. But I said, I finally said, you know what? I'm tired of this. And I said, let's just get the machine and I'll deal with it. And we got the machine. The machine is sold as a cash-based business machine, but I'm using it with my patients as part of the normal therapy, and not charging anything extra. It's just under like therapeutic exercise charges until someday that they recognize how great this is and they want to reimburse us for it. But anyway, I'm glad that you got some benefit from it.
Without a doubt.
And you see my other videos posted of other patients who are getting benefit from it. And that's about it.
Thanks again, Mitch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Bird.
Bird. Bird is a word.